Today I want to talk about hair. I want to talk about black hair in the theater industry, in the performance art industry, TV, film, commercial. I want to talk about black hair.
My name is Adrienne Walker, and I am a Broadway performer. I want to share with you what I've learned about the business so far. Welcome to 32 Bar Cut.
Whew. I was a little hesitant to make this video because I never like to sound like I'm complaining or ungrateful. But so much has happened this year that I'm at a point where I think people should know the real deal. And I know that I'm pretty sure that my perspective is not everyone's perspective. But I'm going to share my perspective. I have been in rooms where I'm made to feel like my hair is a problem that needs to be solved. Raise your hand if this has happened to you. I've been in rooms where I remember specifically not booking a commercial because of my hair. I went in for the first call. They loved me. They loved my chemistry with the guy I was auditioning with. They called us back together, but my hair was different. And they asked me why my hair was different and if I could make it be how it was before. And I said, sure, it's no problem for me to do that, but I have to have notice to do that. The commercial callback there was no notice, and so my hair was in a different style. Not drastically different, but enough so that they didn't feel comfortable hiring me because I looked different that day. I got a great question from a young woman from my Instagram account for 32 Bar Cut. And she asked if I could talk about whether you need to wear your hair the same as your headshot for your auditions. And I think that's a great question because we are told time and time again, you should look like your headshot, you should look like your headshot. Well, yeah, if you're a man that wears his hair the same or, can easily shave off his facial hair, I think that the notion of looking like your headshot is not a big deal. But when you're a women, we have good hair days, we have bad hair days. Well, check this, black women, we change our hair. We change our hair. That's what it is. I'm not gonna make excuses for that. So I do not always look like my headshot. My headshot was my hair on a really good hair day because I wanted it to be a really good hair day, and it was because I was getting my headshots done. Does that mean that every time I go into an audition, I'm having an amazing hair day, part the same, just like twist out beat? No. It's unreasonable for someone to expect that of me, and it is an impossible task. So no, I don't look like my headshot when I walk into audition rooms. Fortunately, at this point, at least in the theater world, they know me well enough to know that I look all different kinds of ways, but what they're going to get from me is a thoroughness of the material, whatever voice I have to give that day, and politeness. That's what they're going to get from me. But hair, that's on me. I like to prepare my hair for the character as best that I can. Now, when I've been auditioning in New York, I have been in wig prep for most of my time here in New York. I have worked since 2016 without a break. So when I go into auditions, I have to prepare myself accordingly. And it's taxing. If you have hair similar to mine, then you understand our hair is fragile. It can't take a lot of manipulation. It can't take you changing it every other day to suit other people, to make other people comfortable. I don't look like my headshot when I walk in my auditions, but it doesn't mean that I can't look like my headshot. And guess what? If I'm auditioning for theater, you're gonna wig me anyway. So I think that notion of you should look like your headshot needs to be very specific for who you're talking to. I know I sound a little hot in this video, so that's what it is. But I think it's because I'm talking about something that has bothered me for some time. We have to speak up for ourselves. We have to speak up for ourselves. If someone who doesn't understand you and the specifics about you and your culture are telling you what you need to do for this business, then they are missing the steps on getting to understand you and how you fit into that narrative. And it's our turn and it's our time and our opportunity to let people know, hey, I get that that's what you tell everybody else, but for me, this is what I need. For me, this is what works. If you want to hire people that look like me, this is what works. I'm done with it. So when it comes to how you should look for your auditions, specifically when it comes to your hair, my suggestion is that you wear your hair, dress your hair for your character. If you're one of those women that can pull off a wig and you have a wig in your headshot and you can just put that bad boy on and go to your audition, do it. More power to you. I can't really pull off wigs, so I don't wear them to auditions. They take me out. I feel out of body. It just throws me off my groove. So I don't wear wigs to auditions. But I will, if I've had my hair prepped, like for The Lion King, I have a different prep. For Kiss Me Kate, I had a different prep. I'll actually do a video about that. I'm gonna do a video about that. But if I'm in a show and my hair's in prep, I have to make the decision to take that prep out for an audition. And so for me, it depends on the audition. If it's something I really want, or if it's something that I can't get away with wearing my prep for, then I'll take my prep down. But if it's something that I can get away with wearing my prep, which, I'm not gonna toot, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I am tooting a little bit. I think my preps are pretty decent. I think my prep, especially for The Lion King, was a wearable style. So I would wear that for auditions, and I've never felt badly for looking a little different than my headshot. Now, if you do a major cut, like say you do the big chop and you dye your hair blonde, then yeah, that's drastically different from your headshot. So that's kind of how I take it. That's how I take it. There's a lot to say about hair. There's a lot to say about wig fittings, about hair prep, about being made to feel like you're a problem that needs to be fixed. And I think in theater culture, maybe just even in actor culture, we have this pressure to appease, this people pleaser quality about us. And it makes us kind of forget that that we don't have to bend to everybody's will. If you are in a wig fitting and someone is making you feel like your hair is a problem, call them out on it. That's our work. That's our job now. We have to start calling people out. You don't have to be nasty or rude or anything like that, but you can let them know what you're saying right now offends me. Let me explain to you why. Because that's the only way this culture is going to change. If you're in a wig fitting and the stylist or hair technician makes it out like they understand your hair and they know what they're doing, and you quickly discover that they don't, stand up for yourself. I've been in an experience like that, and I didn't stand up for myself, and it still bothers me to this day. I just want to empower you, because it's not right. If you are someone who is interested in being in the hair industry, specifically on Broadway, do it. I encourage you to. And if you are a person of color, if you are a Black woman specifically, do it. We need more of you. We need more people who look like us doing our hair. And when we have people that don't look like us doing our hair, we need proper training. We need proper training so that there's an understanding, a sensitivity, a level of education there for that role. How can you be in this room and not know what you're doing? It makes me feel like Black hair, just like Black roles, are treated like the exception. And that's not right.